So guys, welcome back. If you've got a Porsche 986 or 996 911 and you haven't investigated your front radiators, that's what we're going to do today. I've got the expert down, Monsieur John from Forensics Detailing.
Expert, I can undo a bolt.
And we're going to take the bumper off and then investigate the fans, and we're going to show you how to do it. So John's using his strong arm on the
weak arm.
That's the jacket point. And then we've got to pop these indicators out because there's a little bolt there. Keep going, John, you're doing a good job. Indicator this side, literally just get behind it. It sounds horrible. And there's your bolt there. And then we've got to jack it up a bit because we've got to get to some bolts under there that I'll show you in a minute. And then pop the bonnet. And is there some bolts in here somewhere?
Yeah, the plastic ones.
Oh, under these plastic. Alright, John's lying down on the job again, but he has found. I'm going to come and lie next to you, John. We're going to spoon. You got, how many you got of those underneath?
So you've got the three main torque nuts in the middle, which are T25 or T27, and then I think this is snapped there, but there's a couple.
So there should be one there.
Yeah, there's usually a plastic
Looks like there should be one here as well.
Needs to come off. So you undo this bolts, all of these bolts.
Right, this little rubber panel literally just pops out. How are you getting into that, John?
There we go.
So there should looks like there should be some little clips in there, but there isn't. So what are these normally? Just like those twist pop clips?
Yeah, turn, pop out.
Yeah. And then what do? You literally just got your nails under that.
Yeah, these are always usually perished. They're all cracked. This is in good condition. If they're all cracked, then it's worth getting another one of those.
Good job. And then you just got like screw there, and then each side you've got a 8mm there, which is just undo. And then up under there's also like a little crosshead Phillips head screw. Once you've done that, probably easier to take the indicator off as well, just with a little clip. And then we've done this side already, and literally this whole thing just pops out. There's like a little retaining clip there that you might see, and then literally the whole thing just pops out. But if you've taken the indicator off, that's got the cable's got to go back through there. Bosh. So one of the things we have done just to make it a bit easier is take the headlights out. There's no actual bolts along here, but obviously the bumper is going to slide under there, so you just need the headlight removal tool. Pop your trim back in there, and then that goes in your little socket in there, and then that moves that. And then what do you do, John? Push it forwards.
Give it a crank, and then
give it a crank, and then the whole headlight will pop forward. And then we've just popped the headlights out both sides. And then John's lying down on the job again, and he is undoing the bolt that we found under here. So one of the other things we found inside the wing as well is a good time to investigate whether you've got rust in the wings. And we've just put some Hydrate 80 on there, which is going off. And then John has found underneath here, where is it, John? Oh yeah. So these little resistor things are supposed to be clipped up out of the way.
Yeah.
And they're now hanging down. What even is that?
It's a cooling fan resistor, I think. They're prone to failing and they're expensive, so we're going to we'll check them.
We'll make sure we cable tie them back up out of the way. Right, John, quick recap. What have you undone?
Yeah, so two top screws here, all of these side screws, one there, and a little stopper in there. Any torque nut underneath or any Phillips that's holding the bottom of it to the under tray plate.
And that's now you can flex that, you can just kind of pull that out.
And then you pop that out. And then your bumper should then, you do that on both sides, and it should then start sliding forward, and it should come out reasonably easy. If you're really pedantic, you can mask this up, but we'll be careful so we don't scratch it.
We'll be careful, and we're not too precious.
No, we're not too, I don't do that.
Right, let's give it a whirl.
There's something holding it.
Hold the line cooler. These have got to come out. No, that wasn't doing a lot. Oh yeah, it is, look. Yeah, it is. Oh, so that's the bumper actually goes under this little bit of plastic. I called John up because he's the expert. It's one of these things, he's done it a million times. When you actually come to do it, you probably should have done a recap.
Just in the hey, there goes Rick.
Now, I've got Hydrate 80 pulling out of here. and we've dropped it onto the mat as if by accident.
Yeah, that's really
There we go.
Yeah,
Oh mate, she looks bare bones now.
but she looks good.
Yeah, it looks alright, does it?
The front of it looks really good.
Cool.
That has never had a whack.
Good. Notice a little bit of suspect looking
This is all pretty
rust
fresh.
over here. I'll get the hydrate out and again in a minute.
It's good. Like,
It doesn't look too brittle either. I always worry stuff like this. It's 30 years old.
Quite strong, yeah.
It's all solid.
Yeah, it's, when this is all off, it's a good time to clean all this shit out and jet wash it if you want.
Yeah, we'll do that. Hang on, what's this cable hanging out?
That's an emergency release. It looks like it's snapped.
Oh, what, for the bonnet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's in the...
in
the wheel arch.
So as long as you got that, so you know. You
Yeah,
can get
we'll thread it through and work it out. Right, let's have a little hoover
You
up.
want me to put a loop on it? So that you can...
Yeah, go on. We'll tie it up to something in a minute. Right, John, what are we looking at so far?
So
It was a bit leafy in there.
yeah, we want to take these plastic shrouds off.
Yeah.
Your radiator brackets are corroded, so we'll plaster those in Hydrate 80.
This bit looks pretty good.
Yeah, the shell is fine.
I think it's
Yeah,
a
these
bit-
brackets always corrode, and they're not too bad actually. They're okay, but yeah, the paint just peels off them, and yeah, they go all the way up here. Your wings have got a bit of corrosion on them as well.
Yeah, we'll do a bit of investigation on those. I can't see them when the bumper's on, so that's good.
No, you can't. So we'll hydrate all those as well.
Yeah,
So next step is to get these rubber.
I can see a screw there. Oh, these are all Torx.
Yeah.
And the idea is obviously when you're driving, the air scoops in the side and goes through
and
your
it's
rads.
full up with shit.
It is full. I'm glad we investigated.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially when you start doing speedies when it's hot. This one doesn't look so bad. Oh, that's because this one's broken. Look. Yeah, this one's snapped. So this is like the anti-leaf one. If you want to keep the leaves, get one that's not broken. If you want to get rid of the leaves, smack a hole in the bottom. Right, this side is off, and you've got 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are they? Torx ones, John?
Yeah, T25s.
T25s. And then this is actually like broken here, but it's actually hanging on by this like rubbery bit on the side. So we'll probably do like a drifter stitch with some cable ties and stick that back on. Bosh. Oh yeah, no, that's that way around. That goes that way around. Do you want a sockety thing? You're alright.
That's
Do you want a ratchet? You've done 4.
It's 5.
It's 5?
Yeah.
Oh, where's the 5th one?
Just inside.
Inside. Oh yeah, there's a 5th one there, look. I haven't spotted that, so ignore what I just said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This side looks a bit more leafy because it's not smashed underneath.
You ready?
Yeah, go on then. Oh, nice.
That's all the crap you want to get out.
That's what you want to get out.
And you want to
And get
clean
down the
all
back,
this.
get in between those two. See, this one's worse than the other side.
Yeah.
And that's going rusty there.
And all that crap falls in here and stays wet and rots these out.
What's that? Oh, okay. So the other one's actually better because it's broken at the bottom. Maybe we'll do that as a mod on this side. We're going to get in here with a screwdriver and clean all this out. Obviously, if you're trying to clean this, make sure you don't stab anything into your vents because you'll break it.
They're in good condition though, really.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're not bent and all knackered. They're all right.
And this bit's not too rusty. It's actually not too bad.
It's not great, but
It's not great.
They're all like that, Rick.
It's 30 years old, mate.
Yeah, you can replace those. But like I say, you can take them off, sand them all down, but that's at the stage where you probably would replace it or just treat it with rust
What,
cure.
the bottom bit?
The whole, it's like a triangle thing. It's hard to get off.
But these are in good nick?
Yeah.
So what's your 2 rads in? Is one an aircon rad and one an engine rad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is your aircon. Yeah, aircon, yeah. It always amazes me that you have, on a rear engine or mid-engine car, the radiators are always at the front. Well, I think they're always at the front, aren't they? Extra long coolant pipes. Lot of coolant. Right, let's treat this, clean this, and then go and have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, you're looking good, John. That's why I like inviting John over. I'll hold the camera and watch him do all the work.
Yeah, we're going to treat this afterwards. Just get
What we're going to do to get in between those rads.
Can you see any dirt in there? We want to flush that through a little bit.
Yeah, to be honest, if I squint one eye, I can look down the top there and I can see daylight through most of it. So I think it's not too bad.
There was a load here, but it's all dropped out now. I think.
I'd like to be able to take this clip off here and then pull the radiator out a bit, but you're just going to bend those.
You could.
Bend those things the other side. Yeah, you can't undo that. You let all your gas out.
Yeah, I think we should probably leave that.
Just leave it. I'm going to end up with no aircon while it's 30 degrees. I don't really want that. But while I was trying to be clever and get the airline, because I was going to blow it in the back of it, John was even more cleverer. And what have you undone? You undone these 2 bolts here.
Yeah.
Because actually we thought we didn't want to damage this because it's on solid pipes, but it goes to flexi pipes. So now this whole thing's
just slides out.
And then the whole thing slides that way. You're trying to get that tab from underneath there. And now he's done that. Out. Even more rubbish has come out from underneath the floor, so we're going to give that a good scrub-a-dub-dub.
Yeah, you want to be careful because these bend so easily, so air and water probably the best way to clean it, rather than if you've got a really soft brush maybe. But
I've got my mum's washing up brush.
Even that might be too stiff. It's just,
what, for the vents you mean?
It just be alright with that. Yeah, be alright with that. You can bend these.
Hello, Rock's come to say hello. We do, Rock. Come here, don't be shy.
It's a good clear up.
Don't be shy. Oh. This side's not as bad. I've literally just done this side. So yeah, literally screw there, and then that just goes inside that, and then you literally just wiggle the whole thing, then it pops out. So you're on flexi hoses here. This side's a little bit harder because you've got the horn here, so the flexi pipes are pushing up against the horn, and it's not quite as bad. There's like 10% pigeon in there, and a little bit of straw. Definitely haven't been doing skids in the field. But yeah, let's have a little brush, and then all the way along here, you want to get all of that out. We found under here that we've got a resistor hanging down, but also there's like a wire that is hanging out the back of it. So we're going to get another resistor. We've got these rads out. Oh, you put this one back already, John. You're too efficient, mate. Look, he's done it. He's swept all of this out here. And then all we've got to do now is the other side. But before we do that, we're going to go and have a cup of tea. Massive thanks to Monsieur John from La Forensics Detailing, and sorry, we just got back from France. We're mucking her out of our French, and we're going to go and put this back together. Have a cup of tea first, like, subscribe, go and check out John's channel as well. He's 2 cups of tea in one go, and I'll see you on the next one.